The next several days. Our temperatures today topped out about 75. Here's a time lapse of how beautiful it was all day long. Barely a cloud to be seen in the sky. Then right at sunset, we saw just a couple of clouds mixing in. And this is our current camera. We had that early sunset, of course, tonight because of the time change with daylight saving time last night. As we move into tonight, this front is going to be moving through very quietly, but it will turn a bit breezy tonight and tomorrow. And then high pressure builds in tomorrow. It will be sunny and cool, and with high tomorrow in the middle 60s. There's really only been one other day where we've been in the 60s, and that was just on October 30th, just a couple of days ago. Eventually the high will move off to the northeast, and that will actually continue to keep pretty nice, pleasant weather in place. We'll have generally north winds for much of this week, so we continue really nice, although we will be gradually warming up after tomorrow. Temperatures right now in the 60s to 70s. Tonight we'll have lows probably in the 40s north of the lake for most of you and low 50s south. Clear skies expected tonight. These could be the temperatures that we wake up to early on your Monday morning. So very different scene from especially, well, last month. And then actually we have had this nice kind of cool down after what happened last week, of course, with Hurricane Zeta. Tomorrow highs in the middle 60s, a little bit breezy, should be a beautiful day. And then look at this, the cooler air that will be filtering in will make it even chillier Tuesday morning. This might be the coolest that we've had so far this season. Lows will be in the upper 30s to low 40s north of the lake and mainly 50s south of the lake with 40s away from the city. Also note that tomorrow morning, if you didn't get up super early today, maybe you slept in a little bit and got that extra hour of sleep. But if you're up early going to work or school or something tomorrow, 6:16 a.m. will be sunrise and then 5:13 sunset. Same thing, of course, this evening. And then you'll note that sunset continues to edge earlier and earlier so that by the end of this month, sunset will be at 5 p.m. on the dot, and it will stay that way through early December. As we get into the rest of the week, as I mentioned, our temperatures do gradually get into the middle 70s. Our average high at the start of November is right here in the middle 70s, so we'll be close to average and then edging up just a little bit more as we get into this weekend. But things are looking very nice and tranquil and dry through almost all of this week. We do have Tropical Storm Eta. No one wanted us to talk about the past Greek storms, and we now have added Eta to the list. It is a tropical storm, and winds have been increasing to 65 miles per hour, and it's going to be moving westward into Central America. But before it gets there, it does look like it might perhaps be able to strengthen quickly. So it might become a hurricane tonight, and right now it looks like it might achieve Category 2 status right before landfall near Nicaragua and Honduras as we get into early Tuesday or perhaps late Monday night. Then it is forecast to weaken. This is mountainous terrain, and it does look like it will be able to weaken a lot. Some models have it totally dissipating here, and that's about it with Eta. A few eventually drag some of the moisture into the Caribbean Sea once again. So for us, it's not a threat to Louisiana at this point. No model is bringing it into our part of the Gulf Coast, but it's just something we'll keep an eye on later this week as we'll see if any moisture does get back into the Caribbean or maybe even eventually southeastern Gulf of Mexico. But that would be a long way out. That would be on toward next weekend. Eta, by the way, is the 28th named storm this season, and it ties 2005. In 2005, remember, they only made it to Zeta, but a storm was added later after reanalysis. So that does bring us, even though we've made it one name further into the Greek alphabet, on the same level as far as the number of named storms. There's the 7-day looking beautiful, maybe a few showers Saturday, we'll see, and perhaps it turns drier and a little warmer by Sunday.